So, hi everyone. We're back with another episode of Heart to Heart. And today we have a special guest with us, Linda. Hello, Linda. And hello,
Hi.
Leah. And I am going to throw this to Leah to start with a story that she told me that makes us film on days like these when we are not having the best days. And I don't know, Linda, how you're feeling yet, but I do know that we were saying we're having tough days. But then this story has come to me in the past. And so I asked Leah if she would tell this very touching story about why to do advocacy, why to push past the pain, to do anything that you like. And it stays with me, and I want Leah to tell the story. And now we have you here, and I think it will resonate. So, Leah, why don't you go ahead and tell us how you told me about Linda?
So, hi everyone. Glad to be back for another episode and glad to have Linda on board. Well, what happened is I actually told you the end before telling you the beginning. Uh, and um, so, and the end, I'll leave it to the end. So I'll start from the beginning. Um, I always want Bent Not Broken to be for people to share their stories. It's an open platform, and it's always open for anyone to post anything, to send me videos. And I remember I did a story back last year where I asked people who was interested to either share a story or to share a piece of writing or to answer a couple of questions. And Linda sent me a message and she asked me, could I send you a poem I wrote? And so she sent me the poem, which was a beautiful poem. It gave me goosebumps. And it's a poem that I have saved actually. And and then we started being friends. We started chatting on Instagram via BNB. We started to get to know each other. And in December, I'll never forget. I was with my husband, and then suddenly he looks at me. He's like, "Why are you crying?" And I'm like, "Because I've just received the most beautiful message, and it makes me understand why I'm holding on to that not broken so much." And it was a message from Linda. And I'm not going to say what the message said exactly, but the point of the message was that Linda had done something and I had inspired her. Or I'd like to think Bent Not Broken because I still can't believe that me. Anyway, Bent Not Broken had inspired her to do something and it actually did something. And it was like, wow, like just if even if it's one person, but I know it's more than one person, but it was just it was really nice. And so you know I asked Linda in the beginning of the new year, but stuff happened, so things got delayed a little bit. I asked Linda if she would do a heart to heart episode and share this little story with us, this big story with us. And she said yes. So, Linda, I want you to tell us your side of, what happened.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'll just say what kind of SPS I have. I have paraneoplastic SPS, but today I'm feeling great. Luckily for the podcast.
Thank
But
you.
Leah, you did inspire me, and not only that, you changed my life. Um, I was lying in bed in pain. I had been a go-getter. I'd done all kinds of amazing city building projects and stuff all my life. And for a few years, I was just lying in bed, not knowing how I could do anything, because you can't tell a client, oh, excuse me, that project you need in 4 days, I can't do it because I'm too fatigued. Sorry, they're not going to hire you. I actually tried to do 2 projects, didn't happen. So then I saw Leah, and I thought, Leah is a go-getter, and look at what she's doing. And I think, a lot of times you feel much worse than I do. And I thought, hold on a second, Linda. If Leah can do this, you can do something.
Mhm.
And I don't know what it is. And then I thought, okay, whatever I do, I have to do it lying down because I can't sit up, even though I am now most of the time. I have to do it lying down, typing on my computer, which is quite a funny image.
Mhm. Can't do
But
it.
that's what happened. So I'm a designer, and I had been doing branding and sales strategy before. And I decided to start my own home decor brand. And
Wow.
yeah, but inspired by Leah, I would never have done it
Oh
if
my
I
goodness.
hadn't seen her. And now I've seen you, Elliot, as well. And you're also a go-getter, getting out there and doing things. And I want to say to everybody, it is possible with SPS to keep doing things. You have to have a new normal, but you can keep doing things. So I started this home decor brand. I didn't know how to use the anything like the program that I was using for the graphic design. I used AI, which I encourage all people with SPS to start exploring AI. And even if they want to have a conversation with me about how to do that, all the images on my website with my that include my products and my products, I've used AI to do that,
Mm.
even for copywriting and all kinds of things. So if anybody wants to check
Oh,
out the website after and see what's possible, they can. So I'm designing things like throw pillows, blankets, mugs, jewelry, all kinds of things like that. And I'm hoping to
oh,
compete with the big brands. We'll see how it
amazing.
goes. But I wouldn't have done any of it without Leah. And you can do these things lying down now, especially now with AI and all the tools. But I learned to everything as I went. I had never built a website. I had never used AI. I had never like even like contacted manufacturers. And I have everything
Uh,
automated so that if I have a fatigue day, it doesn't matter. Everything's automated. The emails that go to the customers, the money when it pays the manufacturer, the money when it goes into my bank account, everything. So there's nothing that I have to do except design new products and stuff like that. Um,
that's
so
incredible.
I don't know if you guys have any questions
Yes,
about
I
that.
just wanna, I'm sorry, I'm really teary because reading a message and hearing you talk. I mean, I know we've talked, but like seeing you as well, it's the first time I see your face. I'm so humbled by what you just said because sorry, but like I
No, thank you. Don't say sorry. I'm going to say thank you.
well well you did one of the most beautiful gifts to, to end the year in December when you sent me that message because it made me more adamant to carry on doing what I was doing and to do as best as I can, to do more things, to explore more things, to reach more people. And I just, no, I remember just turning around and being like, me? And she created a business? Like, and and then I was just so happy for you, so happy. And I kept saying, okay, Pen Now Broken is doing something. It has an impact. So you know what? Keep doing it and keep being who you are and just building a community And Linda, you boosted my 2024 because, it was like, oh, let's do it again. Let's carry on. And I, I'm forever grateful for that. Well, first of all, for that poem that you sent the first time. The first time I
Mhm.
had asked people to, send information if they wanted to film themselves or write something, and you put forward a poem that was very touching. And then a couple of months later, that's when in December I got the message, and yeah, it was. I'm telling you, it. I entered 2024 being even more determined to carry on doing what I'm doing, and
I'm, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
And
And it took me, I want to tell everybody so that they know, like, don't consider time as a restriction. It took me a year to develop the brand, to do all the things. Like in the old days, it would have taken me a couple of months, maybe a month, but it took me a year to do it. So anybody who's sitting there at home now with SPS and thinks, well, I can't do anything. Well, it might take you a really long time. Maybe it'll take you 2 years, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try to do it, right?
completely
I
agree.
absolutely. And if Leia, if you'll allow me to sum it up, because again, like I said, this is always something that inspires me when times are like tough to do something like Heart to Heart, which Leia inspired me to do. So she's just inspiring a lot of us to do, get out of our comfort zones, which
And
is
stop
to
crying.
truly truly just a God-given talent. And I'm forever grateful for it too. So Linda, we're sisters in that as well. And but I think that what you guys both touched on everything that's so important is that advocacy, awareness, that is at the heart of this. That if you care for the suffer, if you even lament one moment of the suffering that we all go through, just every minute is a fight in our bodies and a spectrum, sure, but at some level, this is a very wearing disease. And I think that you've both said it best. But it's just this is why you do it. This is why you remove the stone from the path so that the next SPS person doesn't stumble over the same one and maybe they'll take one away and things will get better and things will get brighter and it doesn't matter how dark it is. So I'm just very heartened to hear Linda's like, flushing out of those details and this exciting new news that I didn't know about. And I hope your brand just annihilates and does great. And I'm
Well,
just inspired by both of you now.
I certainly hope so too. And I encourage people to think of using AI and also using ways to automate. Like I use lots of plugins to
Mhm.
automate my website, like the way that I described financially with the manufacturers, with all those,
Exactly.
so that if I do have a fatigue collapse where I can't move for like 3 days, my arms are paralyzed, my legs are paralyzed, like not like I might look fine right now, but I'm just like you guys, all out there, and this is just a good day for me, especially because I'm meeting the two of you. That's the best part.
I'm
But
glad it's a good day for you. Because
yeah,
that's
there's
exciting. Yeah. And you know what? That's even, it's like to meet a new person, that's part of this as well. That's the community aspect. And then meeting a new face and hearing a new story, but resonating, it's part of it too. So it's part of something I'm going to also keep just making Leah sick with compliments, but she did that too, for me. And I know for a lot of us, she's the one that
Need to
made the
know.
community spirit.
I need to
huh,
hear one last question, and then we wrap it up.
okay, sure.
What 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 drew you from Rent Not Broken that you say I inspired you? And sorry,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to sound anything, but what what was it?
Well, thing is, like I said before, I was a real go-getter. Well, I still am inside, but I can't go out and get it all the time. And
Mhm.
the thing is with SPS online, all you see is horror stories. You don't see success stories, unfortunately. And suddenly I saw somebody who was a go getter, who I could see, hey, this is somebody that's like me, both of you actually, that I could be friends with, like in real life, even if I was perfectly healthy,
Hmm.
who, was achieving at that same kind of level. And hey, Leia's doing this now. She's still a go getter. And if she can do it, I can do it. And it has completely changed my life. My neurologist can't even believe the things that I'm doing now because of
Oh,
how inspired I've been by Leah and how she's pushed me forward really in life. It's I could go in and on with the stories of how it's inspired me. So many amazing things that have come out of this, but I don't want to bore you guys.
I think it's
We,
incredible. I do. I think it's incredible. And I think it should remind us of all of that trickle down effect that Leia never woke up, 10 years ago and thought, I'm going to affect these two women in such a way that it'll keep them from stagnating and me clawing at a clinical career that I felt was just, and made me accept my fate and embrace it and become something better than I ever was. So I don't know. It's beautiful to hear how it happened, and I'm glad that we're just making Leia feel just smothered, and she's gonna hate all this love. But like, yeah, she deserves a lot of credit for changing lives, and like you said, high achieving lives. And you could have been not so high achieving in your, pre-diagnostic years, and then be more in these because you have more time in the bed or more time to yourself, to achieve. So there's all the different ways that this can play out. But it is the hand we're dealt, and I think that you guys are saying just play the best you can with the hand that we're dealt, and I love that because
yeah,
I love it.
there can be a new normal, and the new normal maybe in body isn't better, but everything else can be better. Your
Yeah.
body might not be better, but your whole life can be better. And it's just a new normal that you have to embrace. And it's very hard. It takes time to accept all that stuff. But once you do, keep watching Bent Not Broken and Heart to Heart.
Oh, thanks for that.
I'm gonna, can I
My
say, I
dog.
want to end it with something.
Yes.
Uh, you guys, just for me, I'm just realizing what you just said, Ilea. What I've achieved pre-SPS does nothing compared to what I've just heard from both of you. And it touches me, and I'm grateful. And thank you, everyone, for not listening to me, but listening to other people that I've inspired and